Let's say I'm standing on top of a building. If I were to drop a cannonball, a brick, and a marble at the same time, which one would hit the floor first? Now, if you ask adults this question, they sometimes get it wrong as well. They would say, "Oh, a cannonball is the heaviest, so it will hit the ground first, and then the brick, and then the marble." But that's not true in real life. In real life, if you were to drop these three objects at the same time, they would hit the floor at the same time. So when I give you this formula here, H equals GT squared over 2. It doesn't matter if I drop a cannonball or a brick. The brick and the cannonball will fall at the same time and hit the ground at the same time. What I'm trying to say is that the time that it takes to hit the ground is independent of its heaviness or its mass. For example, if you were to jump off the building, well, not jump, but to step off the building, and someone happens to drop a brick at the same time, you and the brick will hit the ground at the same time. So it's independent of your heaviness or your mass, the mass of the person or the heaviness of this person and the heaviness of the brick. It doesn't matter. It doesn't depend on your heaviness. So a brick and a marble will hit the ground at the same time. Oh, you're not allowed to choose a cannonball and let's say a feather. Okay, you're not allowed to choose a feather because a feather is so light in comparison to its area. So the feather relies on let's say the wind or well, but anyway, the point is you're not allowed to choose a feather. It's just not fair. Something like a brick, a marble, or a cannonball. Don't choose a feather. A feather, it doesn't work. If you're on the moon, let's say if you're on the moon, this building on the moon here, then you're allowed to choose a feather. Okay, you're allowed to compare a feather with let's say a brick. Then a feather and a brick will hit the ground at the same time. Okay, but because we're on Earth, don't choose a feather. Choose a brick and a cannonball. Yeah, on the moon you're allowed to choose a feather, but on Earth you're not allowed to. Okay.